If your online experience is anything like mine, then Google, Facebook, and Instagram already know that you're really into DJing. And because of Mark Zuckerberg's constant spying on you, you've probably already seen the video of the Technics anniversary performance featuring DJs Qbert, D-Styles, Rena, Kentaro, Mr. Switch, Swamp, and like 30 other guys. It was an amazing performance and the world's first turntable concerto. Because of this video, a lot of y'all have reached out to me in DMs, tweets, Facebook messages, all of that stuff, asking me all about the equipment that was in the videos. So because of that, today I want to introduce you to the Technics SH-EX1200 mixer. That's right, one of Technics' 2-channel battle mixers. Look at how pretty it is. Look at how nice it is. Look at this thing. The Technics SH-EX1200 mixer isn't the only mixer being used in the video, but it is the one that I own. If you look closely, you'll see a couple of the Technics SH-DJ1200 mixers, and I think you see a couple of the Technics SH-DX1200 mixers. Now, these mixers, if you're familiar with the DMC battles from the 80s on, are not to be confused with the DMC PMX-2 mixer, which we'll probably get into a little bit later. But this one is touted as being the official World DJ Championship mixer, and you can see it right here on the bottom of the face. Technics mixers were a big part of the battle scene from the 80s into the mid-90s, but unfortunately other companies like Vestax and Rain were starting to be introduced into the battle scenes, causing the Technics mixers to be phased out. As technology increased and improved, unfortunately the Technics mixers did not keep up with them. These were beautiful mixers, but unfortunately they just did not keep up with the time. Styles changed, trends changed, it happens. Legend has it there are massive quantities of these in Japan still, and judging by eBay, I'm starting to believe it. As you can see, they wanted a very clean, very minimalist design. They didn't want to jam too much or cram too much into it where your hands might get caught. The entire concept behind this, and it seems to be the same for a lot of these 2-channel battle mixers, is to leave the face as clean and as bare as possible so that your hands can get in, do what you have to do without getting caught or held up on anything. But Remix, you haven't talked about the spare crossfader. Where's the spare fader? Why aren't you talking about the spare fader? Spare fader, spare... So about that. These mixers came stock with a brand new spare crossfader built into a hidden compartment underneath the mixer. That way, if your fader ever went out, you had a brand new one in there. All you had to do is just carry a screwdriver in your backpack. Now, I know a lot of people in 2018 would complain about this, but in the 90s, this was so convenient and useful. I can tell you how many crossfaders I went through in my mixers back then. So to have a mixer that came with it already, all right, it's admitting it's gonna go out, but if you need one, it's right there, especially if you're in a battle or performance, or even just practicing at home. This was super convenient. The EX1200's design is very clean, very simple, very straightforward, very minimalist. I mean, it's just such a clean design. And this might seem a little foreign to a lot of today's DJs. There are a couple of things with the mixer that are just a little odd, quirky, they're just a little strange. And if I were to buy this in 2018 to use it in a club in 2018, it would definitely take me some time to get used to it. Let me show you. First of all, the monitor selection area, right? The balance selection to go from your master output to your cue output, the song that's coming in next. The knob has the master on the left and the cue, the track coming in next, all the way to the right. On today's mixers, everybody has the cue on the left and the master volume on the right. There's a couple ones that don't do that, but a lot of them do. Next thing is your actual deck selection, your cue selection for deck 1 and deck 2, deck A, deck B. There's an actual toggle switch. It's convenient, it's cool, it's interesting. I like this. This is solid, but you know, people are used to the buttons or the fader now. The master volume output of this mixer is in the upper left-hand corner of the face. Every mixer now pretty much has it on the upper right-hand corner, but this was so just, it takes a little time to get used to. It definitely weirded me out. And I mentioned this before, but I cannot emphasize this enough. My favorite and scariest piece of this is the power switch being on the actual front lip of the mixer. I mean, this is convenient. If you're breaking down at the end of the night, you can just hit it right here. You don't have to go back here and try to fish it out and figure out where the hell the button is. It's right here in the front. But if you have a tummy and you're beat juggling or something, or if you're just not paying attention, you run the risk of hitting that power button, turning off your mixer in the middle of a performance or a routine or a battle or just practicing. Very, very, very scary. And the last thing, and this one, I know some people are gonna have a problem with, but I don't understand why. This is a 2-channel battle mixer. This is meant for scratching and beat juggling and hip-hop mixing. Your crossfader does not actually have a curve adjustment. It's just set to sharp. And it's actually pretty sharp considering when this was made. But I know someone somewhere is going to complain like, oh, I can't adjust the curve on the crossfader. Look, nobody uses the curve on a crossfader on a hip-hop 2-channel scratch mixer in 2018. The only people who use the curve adjustment are serial killers and old-school disco DJs. Now, I really like that, but the thing I really like about this mixer is actually the EQ setup on it. I don't know what it is. I don't know what they did, but Technics absolutely killed it with their high-end pass on this. The high-end adjustment, the highs of the EQ setup, if you adjust them, it kind of gives you this high-pass filter effect. Now, this is an effect on a mixer before mixers had effects. Some DJs would absolutely kill it by twisting the knob, by twisting the high-end EQ knob. And it gives you kind of this like a wah-wah effect or high-pass filter effect. If you can, look up DJ Noise from Denmark in the 1996 DMC World Battle. The dude is a beast, absolutely kills it with this effect, and it's real quick and subtle. Now, I know what you're thinking. How much? How much are they? How much should I spend? Okay. I've seen these go in okay condition between $100 to $200 plus like $90 shipping because it's probably coming in from Japan or Europe. So $100 to $200 for one of these in good condition, in okay condition, that's not too bad. I've seen these go in really good condition between $300 to $400, but that normally has the spare crossfader never being used, comes with a box, comes with paperwork, or no blemishes. I mean, it's just very, very, very clean. So $300 to $400 for one of these, if you want to buy it as a piece of history, is a cool price. If you're looking for a used one that you can use as a backup scratch mixer in the studio and probably throw in some sort of aftermarket crossfader, $100 to $200, very cool. You want to make sure that whatever spare or aftermarket crossfader you use can work with these mixers, but it would be very cool. So don't spend entirely too much money on these because, you know, there's not a lot of use that you can get out of them aside from either being a very cool collector's item or a spare mixer in the studio just to scratch on when company comes over, other DJs come to session, stuff like that. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I were your interior decorator and I know that you're a DJ and you just bought a new home and you're paying me a whole bunch of money to design your house, this is what I would do. 2 silver Technics 1200 Mark II turntables in good condition. 1 silver SH-EX1200 mixer in good condition. You want all the paint to look nice. And I would set this up in your living room as a conversation piece, right? And then while you're cooking dinner for your boo and you're all just like, hey, let's play some jazz music, and go over, you put on a record on the turntable, fire up the mixer and you start playing music, and then I show up and I'm like, hey, what's up? What's going on? What's with dinner? Oh yeah, I'd love to stay, right? And then I'd look over and I'd see this thing and be like, oh, you have an EX1200 with 2 1200 Mark II turntables. That's amazing. Where did you get that? Then we'd get into this entire conversation all throughout dinner, all about DJ nerd stuff, and your boo would be bored. But let me tell you something, man. All right? Honestly, anybody who doesn't support your love and passion for obscure, vintage, or rare DJ equipment, they don't deserve you. All right? Leave them. Let's go scratch. Come on. So there you have it, the Technics SH-EX1200 mixer. Hopefully you know a little bit more about it now than you did before. And if you haven't already done so, you haven't already seen the video, make sure to head over to DJcity.com's blog to check out the Technics anniversary performance. While you're at it, make sure to follow DJ City on Instagram, on Twitter. Make sure to like them on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube. Comment, share, subscribe, let us know. I want to hear all about your experiences with the Technics 2-channel battle mixers, as well as the Technics 4-channel mixers. Tag me in the photos, tag DJ City in the photos, tag Mojax in the photos. He loves it when you do that stuff, all right? Till next time, my name is Mr. Remix. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Mr. Remix, MISTERREMIX. I want y'all to take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next month for another episode of the Classic DJ Gear series right here on DJ City. Be good, y'all.